In 2020, we will celebrate our 50th anniversary year, which doesn't seem possible. We started with the summer of 1971. Some friends told me about Round Top because I was looking at various places. And it seemed right. And now I know, 48 years later, that it was.
I remember driving in down Jasper Road and getting like the butterflies in my stomach.
You have these open fields and some goats down the road and tractors.
This retreat aspect of being at Round Top, that environment is a huge asset to this place.
The structure of the program here, I think, raises instrumental skills, particularly instrumental orchestral skills. And it comes not only from the presence of a professional conductor and the demands of a 1 week per program schedule, but it also comes from the sectionals and lessons, which tend to reinforce that week's program.
It's hugely important and such a great thing that goes on here because the students aren't only getting privatized lessons, but they're also getting specific instruction on the repertoire and the music that we're playing. And so a lot of the instructors will actually come to rehearsal, they'll hear their individual students or their sections. And so it's nice because they get the full orchestra experience, but then they get to kind of work on these different excerpts with their privatized teachers as well.
Maybe most importantly is the schedule. The schedule mimics a professional orchestra, which is really critical and it's really valuable from an educational standpoint.
Students here are obligated to produce a professional level program, new conductor, new repertoire, every week.
And if they are able to get a job in an orchestra, they very likely could play 6 weeks in a row of really big programs. So getting that experience certainly is crucial. Learning how to pace yourself, learning how to absorb the material. You're going to play in chamber music. Sometimes some of the students will play with some of the faculty in chamber music. You're going to be in master classes. So many experiences that are so important to the growth of a young musician, and they're all jam-packed into 6 weeks at Round Top.
I think the students really benefit tremendously from the environment at Round Top. I'm really fond of saying that I teach some of my best lessons in the pool. And that's only partially a joke.
The conversation just is always ongoing here. And I think that's the fascinating thing is that, like this morning, I taught this master class on auditions. But then as soon as we're done with the class, it's not like everybody packs up and leaves. We just keep going.
I'm teaching lessons all day, whether it's at lunch or after a concert, at a reception, and you could have perhaps the most meaningful moment for that student in 6 weeks at a festival. What's different about this place from regular life for these students, also very different from a lot of other festivals, is that constant community, like that we're together all the time, and there's always an opportunity for learning.
I've done some other festivals where the faculty and students are removed, from each other. I don't know, this place is unique in that way, I think, because we're all up in each other's business, maybe. You've become a family, and I really feel that, here, most of the time that the section becomes a little family, and we did the group hug at the end, it's a little silly, but I think they feel that kind of love for each other, and then, I felt like I became part of it too, and I'm all about hugs, so.
One of the cool things as a student is you see the faculty as real people. They're not professors, with a buttoned up tie, giving you a grade and with the authority. It's a little different. Like they're your friend, kind of. Like, oh, wow, I can get along with this person, and you want to have the jobs that these people have, but you don't have to change who you are. You can just be your normal self. And I think that's something that you realize when you're here. That divide doesn't seem so far anymore.
When you look at what Round Top has to offer as a whole, you have a great orchestra. you have a great chamber music program, and we have the ability to work one-to-one. But if you're looking for something where that constant contact, walking around, eating together, getting together, that early forging of musical relationships in friendship, that's Round Top.